Okay, y'all. So, what I want to talk to y'all about today is the word egoism. All right. For a lot of y'all who don't know about it, the Latin word or Latin terminology, the root of egoism is ego. Ego in Latin stands for me. Okay. So what we have is we have a lot of egoism in our society, and it's permeated throughout all aspects of our society, in the social society in our country, United States. And what we're seeing that's happening right now with the NFL in this situation that they've partnered with Jay-Z in order to come with some type of program that's going to be relative to social justice in the minority communities in this country, the United States. We're seeing a lot of people on the other side of the Colin Kaepernick situation. And a lot of it, as far as I'm understanding, the way I'm seeing it, has to do with a lot of egoism. Okay? And also, Jay-Z has obviously, a massive ego himself. So he has expressed, some egoism on his part as well. But at the root of this, y'all, with the situation with Jay-Z having a new partnership with Roger Goodell and the NFL and a social justice and minority community type of program, I haven't, come abreast of all the details just as of yet. I don't even know if they have as of yet. By them shaking hands and willing to work together and put their funds, put their money where their mouth is, and strategically, in order to improve conditions, social conditions for minorities in the community, I have to say on its face, that is a very good thing. The situation with Colin Kaepernick, I know a lot of people didn't necessarily agree with the fashion that he went about with his protests. A lot of people did agree with the core that was at the expression, being at the protest, being him taking a knee on the sideline during an actual NFL game, during the national anthem. Personally, I didn't agree with that. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. Y'all always know I'm upfront about these type of things, and I felt like at the time that there was a better way to go about that type of protest, and him doing it, during the national anthem and on the sideline, I just didn't agree with that expression personally. I always feel like there's more than one way, or there's more than even 2 or 3 ways to skin a cat, if you will. Or some people don't like skin a cat expression, they like shear a sheep. Personally, I like skin a cat. There's more than one way, a couple of ways to do things, and I feel like the way he did it was not really the most efficient way of doing it. So I didn't approve of it. But again, at the gut of the matter, I understood precisely where he was coming from. I think that Jay-Z also understood at the gut of the matter where Colin Kaepernick was coming from when he was taking a knee on the sideline during the national anthem. I think Jay-Z understands well where he was coming from as well, as Jay-Z, from my understanding, expressed it as much. But he said, you know what? Would you rather kneel or would you rather stand? And honestly, that's my way of looking at it as well, with that type of decision. Would I rather kneel or would I rather stand? Personally, I always rather stand. That's just me. I don't know about you. I don't know about y'all. But I'm saying I always prefer to stand than I do to kneel. And but that's not taking any away from the core of the expression that Colin Kaepernick had in play when he made that expression of taking a knee. Now, I understand that. But at this point in time, we have to admit that what Jay-Z is doing, which is what I'm telling y'all. By the way, this is Gorgeous Response. I am your main man, Gorgeous. Y'all know me. Y'all know what I do here. This is social and political commentary. This is no makeup, fancy stuff here. Y'all know y'all get me in the actuality. There's no editing or none of that right here. This is what I do. These are the things I talk about. So please, hit that thumbs up. Please subscribe to Gorgeous Response channel, and you will get more of these type of real content and unartificial videos. But I think that what people are understanding here, it's not about them. It's not about Colin Kaepernick in this situation. When he took that knee on the sideline, that basically banished himself from the football league, which, a lot of people who are siding with Colin Kaepernick with this feud, apparently that's starting to uprise between him and Jay-Z. A lot of Colin supporters are realizing that, he was banished from the league, when he took that knee, because in the United States of America, this is a capitalistic society. Okay, and people can say, okay, well, it's an oligarchy. It's an oligarchy. The entire world is an oligarchy. It's like the 1%, 2%, 3% between and in between the rest of us. The 95+% and so forth, right? So we live in an oligarchy world, and people just want to take that as being the reason for doing everything, and not knowing that there's steps to this. You got to put your left foot in front of your right foot. It's not all about, zooming, in some type of way, or flying in some type of way and getting accomplished what you want. We all want to travel at light speed. We all want to travel, at the speed of light. But, in a more practical measure is putting your left foot in front of your right foot and taking steps toward accomplishing a real plan, a real goal, with a real strategy. That right there is being more practical about matters. So, this right here, the situation with Colin Kaepernick, I think we all agree that he brought the situation to the spotlight in terms of social justice. So what was he protesting? He was protesting police brutality in the black community, primarily, but also the minority community. He was protesting the oppressed. Okay, it's not. This is what we do in the United States. There's nothing wrong with that. He had a lot of supporters on that behalf, as you would expect he would. So, again, the way he went about it was controversial. Some people agreed with it, some people didn't. But we understood where he was coming from, and it got a lot of attention. Now a lot of times when you make sacrifices like this, that there are going to be drawbacks. There are going to be repercussions to your actions. There are going to be results when you take action. They could be good results, they could be bad results. It depends a lot of times also on how you measure what is good versus what is bad. But we know that he was taking a chance when he did it of his NFL career. I'm pretty sure he knew at the time, or I don't know if he did know. If he didn't know, he should have known, because this is a corporation society. This is a capitalistic society. What do I mean by that? I cannot have one of my employees, if I'm owning a business, hurting my bottom line, which is my money. This is a money society. This is the richest country in the world, and this is about business. This is not about anything personal. If you're reading everything that's going on in the society and you're seeing it for what it is, you realize that we have more. It's more classism than it is racism. Is there still racism? Yeah. Is there still systemic racism? Yeah. But is it more classism out there than it is racism? That's also correct. So we have classes of individuals. There are levels to this. The thing about social justice, how can we all play on the same level field? Since we're talking about football here. How can we all be on the same field and play by the same rules? Okay, that's understandable. We all want an equal society in that particular way, even though we know all of us as human beings are not equal individuals. We're not equal consciousness. We're equal in the fact that we're different. That's about it. But beyond that, we're unequal consciousness. We're unequal souls in this world that we live in. This holographic universe, this light matrix. Okay? So, we should know these type of things. We should know these type of things 100%. So what I'm saying is that, once again, there are steps to this. And this is not about me, you, who did it? I did it, you did it. Listen, don't try to distort the issue here. Okay, anybody on both sides. If you're on Jay-Z's side, this is what I'm telling y'all. Don't try to distort the issue. Okay, what Jay-Z is doing, we know Jay-Z's doing the right thing. This is what Jay-Z should be doing. All right, with his clout, this is what he should be doing. All right. So anybody out there that say Jay-Z is not doing the right thing, you're not paying attention to what's really going on here. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. If you're siding with Colin and you be like, you know what, F Jigger, you're not looking at the right things right here. What Jay-Z is doing is, like he said, this is about the masses. This is about helping more than one people. It's not just about Colin Kaepernick. Now, he didn't have to say it that way. He could have been more respectful. He could have been more endearing to the attention, to the spotlight that to the guts. I mean, that Colin Kaepernick portrayed in getting this spotlight being brought on this type of injustice and trying to find some type of answers and trying to find some type of correction, some type of resolutions to these issues. Colin Kaepernick was right in that regard, and it does need to be acknowledged as so, even by Jay-Z. All right, but what Jay-Z's doing is also right, because what did we just talk about? What did we talk about? It's about putting your left foot above your right foot. It's steps to this. You know what I'm saying? We can't just go at light speed and think to get it like that. It ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? It's a process. Human nature has taught us all of this is a process, and there's steps and there's levels. So, I just want to enlighten y'all on these things, because I'm hearing a lot of disinformation. I'm hearing a lot of misinformation. I'm hearing a lot of ignorance that's being spewed between these conflicts. A lot of it has to do with players that siding with Colin Kaepernick, and I understand where you're coming from. But in a lot of it, people are siding with Jay-Z and saying, you know what, Colin was wrong. He shouldn't have approached it that way. Yeah, okay, well, Colin maybe shouldn't have approached it that way, but he approached it in a way at the time that he felt like was best for him to express himself. He approached it that way. Okay, I can agree with somebody that said he should have approached it another way. I can agree with that. I don't think that you kneel to the flag, or when the Star Spangled Banner is being sung. I think you stand to that, and I think you honor that each and every time. And the national anthem, you honor that each and every time. That's what I think, and that's what I know a lot of other people think. But at the same time, we understand where Colin Kaepernick was coming from. So this is what I want to tell y'all, that in this situation right here, they're both right. Let's just not let our egos get in the way of what's really happening here, what's really taking place. This is a nice step that's being taken place with Jay-Z partnering with the National Football League and pursuing of this social justice contract, if you will. This is a nice step forward off of what Colin Kaepernick had put the spotlight on. This is the way we see it. This is the correct view of it. Let's take it that way. This is Gorgeous Response. I am Gorgeous. Once again, y'all hit that subscribe channel. I really appreciate it. Y'all have a superb life out there. Have a superb week.